guys, welcome to the Gig Economy Podcast, episode 116, with your hosts, Jason and Jesper. No producer John tonight.
No producer John.
No.
How you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Awesome.
Jesper's back. We'll talk to him in a little bit.
I'm back.
He's been gone for a month, literally, from the show, so happy to have him back.
Look at the cool hat, man. Look at the cool hat.
What is it, Copenhagen?
Yeah, Copenhagen.
Isn't that like a dip?
No, it's like this one of the oldest cities. No,
I know.
Old.
It is a dip.
It's an old city.
It is a dip, too. You know what I mean, a dip?
No.
Chewing tobacco?
What?
Copenhagen?
Yeah,
Anyway.
but they came later.
What might sound weird for some reason. That's not good. God
No.
dang it. What could be? Oh, I bet I might know. Thank you for the heads up. I appreciate you guys so much for that.
The wrong mic is picking up, Jason.
Yep, thank you.
Professionals.
Thank you. There we go. Should be good now.
Is that better?
That should be better. Yeah, I was picking up off one of the cameras, so sound better? Should be. Gross. You mother effer. Ew, David. Anyways, everything Gig Economy podcast related, go to gigeconomyshow.com. We definitely love for you to go there and visit. All our podcast episodes are on there. All our links.
All 116 of them.
Yeah, there's actually probably more on there. We have our merch links on there, everything on there that you need. Head there. Obviously, it's 8 p.m. Eastern. If you're listening to this audio podcast the following week, if you'd like to join us on the live stream, it's at 8 p.m. Eastern now because we're old.
Yes. And if you happen to see the email that went out about an hour ago, I am sorry. Apparently, I'm an idiot and don't know how to say 8 p.m. and not 9 p.m.
It's okay.
The other way around. So, and if you did not get the email, that's a really excellent opportunity for you guys to go to gigeconomyshow.com, sign up for the newsletter, and get notified.
Get notified of wrong times.
No, well, the next time it'll be right, I promise.
Okay. I appreciate that. It's okay. It happens. We rush through everything sometimes. So John is not on tonight, so I will attempt to produce as well. The picnic coming up September 17th from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Riverside Park off Monroe Island Shelter. We're going to have some giveaways. We're going to try a live stream. We'll see.
Oh, we're going to live stream again?
We're going to try. We'll see.
So
It might be ghetto audio like we just heard off our phone. It might not even be with
our phone.
Yeah.
So we do like a Facebook Live, whatever.
Yeah, or something like that.
It's got to be like a what do they call it? Like one of those petting zoos this year?
If Pete wants to come out, we can pet him. I mean, I always love to pet Pete, and he's definitely.
Can we also like pin the tail on him? That sounds like fun.
Yeah. What the fuck he just said? He says, I can come since I'm. Oh, if I can come since I'm not doing
Pete,
it.
Gotcha. You're one of the originals. You're fine.
Of course. You're always welcome, Pete.
OG.
Yeah, for sure.
Always.
But so real quick, there was a gig conference last weekend on Saturday.
Where was that? Because I saw
it was St. Louis.
Yes.
I never really got an official invite, which is okay. I'm not mad about that. But then I thought I could have gone to that. I mean, it's like 7-hour drive.
Was that the one where Buckle seemed to have a pretty big, like that big table or whatever? There was lots of vendors, I guess.
I didn't see any photos. Like Steve,
I saw a couple of photos.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's at least the one I saw felt like it was like a park.
Could be. I'm hoping one of the guys does a video on it. But Hannibal was there.
Okay.
Steve from Rideshare Rodeo was there.
Okay.
And then Pedro, I don't really know him, but I was like, oh my gosh, like I really should have gone. I mean,
where was it? You said?
St. Louis.
That's not that far.
It's like 7 hours from us, so it would have been an overnight.
We drove north instead of south, so
right, exactly. Real quick, I just want to mention our Patreon members, Keith from Indiana, which I emailed Keith. If you listen to this, reply to the email. I want to talk to you. Samson from Grand Rapids.
You're not in trouble, Keith.
No. Well, I'll only spank you a little. Samson from Grand Rapids, Steve from Colorado, Chris from Grand Rapids, Jane. I haven't heard from Chris in a while. Chris, you need to check in too, buddy.
If it's the Chris, I think I talk to him all the time. He's on the group.
No, not Chris. Not that Chris.
Oh, not that Chris.
He wouldn't give us any money. He's too he's too cheap. You know, he uses all our everything. He talks in the group, but he doesn't give us money. No, Chris Hard is his name. James from Fort Collins, Bud Dickman from North Carolina, Tom Kelly from Houston. Tom, I emailed you too. You need to respond. Tyler Kane from Oklahoma, and Omar. We don't know where he's from. He just joined. Thank you so much for that.
Join us on the live stream and tell us where you're from.
Yes, for sure. Appreciate you for joining the show. Of course, the Telegram group that Chris is in, that we just shit on. Join that, and you can get shit on by me too.
So I joined it last week because I'm back on the road.
You are back on the road,
right? And so last week I drove Sunday and Monday actually.
Okay.
And Sunday was so-so. Sunday was okay. I averaged $29 an hour, which for a Sunday wasn't bad, I thought.
Yeah, I mean that's not bad.
No,
and you're strictly doing rideshare.
Correct. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I did 4 hours. And I actually, including tips, I had more. So I made $137 including tips. Which I thought was good.
Yeah, I think that's good.
So it was kind of a test. Monday, I only made $99 for the 4 hours. So again, I mean, it was still okay, but not nearly as good as Sunday. So.
Okay. So Omar was at the picnic last year. I feel like a douche canoe. I'm gonna need to go back and look at the pictures. I don't remember Omar. Of course, he doesn't have a picture up. He was from Detroit. Omar, god dang it, Omar. Put a picture up so I can see your sexy face.
Omar, we apologize.
Yeah, I didn't even know
very
that.
much. I'm sorry. In my day job, I see 100 faces all the time and names. I apologize. I don't remember.
Oh, don't even use it as your day job.
But I see people.
I
don't
see
remember
thousands of
anybody's
weeds
names.
a day too. And can I
But
use
did
that?
you get all weeds names?
No, I know their names: dandelion, clover, and I kill them. So anyways, Omar, thank you so much for joining the Patreon. We really appreciate it. Send us a picture.
What I was trying to say is we're going to try to reboot the group chat. Okay, because it was kind of busy. It was kind of slow. I mean,
well, during COVID, it just took a shit.
I know, but we need to get that thing back. And I think it's going to be even better now that you're going to, when you're done with your day job, then you're going to be on the road too and stuff like that. But definitely, I'm going to be back. My regular schedule is going to be Friday a little bit and probably some Saturday. I'm not sure. I think I'm getting too old to drive the bar crowd. We'll have to see.
We need to encourage Jesper to not drive both nights because he gets fucking cranky.
No, I can't. I'm too old for that. But I'm definitely driving one day a week. And so yes, but my goal is to get more going on the group chat. We actually have an article talking a little bit about some services that they're doing more for like safety related services for rider drivers. Later on today, there was an article about that. And it made me think of the group chat and how we in the past have used it for something like that. There was one particular night where one of the female drivers in the area kind of had a cry for help. And we kind of came to her kind of help. So it's just, again, there's so much good there and I miss it.
Yeah, I miss it too. I want to be more in it, but I'm just so busy in regular non-gig life that it's tough to keep motivated. But there's some OGs in there, and there's always usually someone that will respond to your message, even though it's not as lively as it should. So I try to get a regular group outside of the podcast group going, and I tried to get people from like the DoorDash group to join just because I know people talk about it on Facebook. They're like, oh, I wish I had a community to talk to. I'm like, hey, go to Telegram, whatever. I don't know.
Well, but it's hard to create a group. It took us a long time to get it up to 50, 60 members. And now it's back down to 35,
something like that.
But again, we only have 3 or 4 or 5 active members at a time right now. So we got to get those numbers back up. And again, it was always best, in the busy times. So we got to get that, get it back. So
yeah, Omar needs to join.
I know,
with
absolutely.
a picture.
Yes,
Omar.
with a picture, Omar.
I feel so bad. I bet if I look back at the pictures, I'll be able to figure it out. But anyways, real quick before I
blame you.
Please do. Mark can come, of course. He's always on the live stream, even though he's not a gig worker. You can come to the picnic. You support us by giving me shit all the time. and telling me my audio sounds like I'm in the toilet, which was appreciative because that would have been
Yeah.
annoying.
Thank you.
Now the audio people on the audio podcast wouldn't have noticed, but it's only the live streams. But we appreciate y'all. I don't know where Steve is. I talked to him today. Maybe he's still driving back from St. Louis.
I thought I saw him.
No, I don't think he's chimed in. Anyways,
He doesn't love us anymore.
he does love us. We're gonna see. I'm gonna see Steve in 2 weeks when I go to a podcast conference. So,
Oh fuck, you're gonna go spend more money on you.
oh, I believe I paid for everything for that. I took it out of my blood.
Just kidding.
Anyways, obviously check out Steve's show, Rideshare Rodeo. Go to uberliftdrivers.com. You can get all the news you need and the podcast from that site. And then you have a story from the road. You turned down a trip to Detroit.
I did. So I actually reached out and talked to the other Chris a little bit because we were kind of going back and forth. And so I was at the airport, where that's where the business and that's where everything is happening on Sunday apparently.
Okay.
And apparently there was a family. My guess is they were heading out.
Okay.
And so I get this. It said, the standard long ride notification, 60 minutes plus. And here's the thing. I only had 2 hours left at that time because I knew I had a hard stop because I had to go pick up my son from work.
Right.
And so it was just like 7:45. And I had a 2 hours. I was like, okay, 60 plus. No, it said 45 plus. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I can make it. Okay. So they called me immediately after I had taken it, and they say, I'm just checking with you. We're going to Detroit, making sure that's okay. And I said, I can't. There's just no way. So I hadn't even gotten to the point where I would have negotiated an extra, because I would.
Yeah.
Okay? If I had the time, I thought I could have done it. I would have said, I'm going to need $200 up front.
200.
Because it's $100 to fill the van. And then I gotta drive him to Hack. So I had already in my mindset, I'm gonna ask for 200 to get there. Anyways, I didn't get to that point because I just didn't have time.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say, which was interesting, was I think that flight got canceled out of Grand Rapids, and then they needed to go to Detroit to get their next leg.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think would happen. But then I talked to another one before that. I'd taken a guy to Holland. He had flown in, and the reason why he needed a van was there was absolutely no rental vehicles.
Oh,
at the airport, there was a line of like probably 35 people waiting outside the rental, trying to get in and get their car, but there was no cars.
Yeah, I wonder if they can't handle when flights are canceled like that.
Well, but I also think this guy said that they don't have the staff to prepare the cars, so they had no cars.
When is somebody going to take over and do, like, I know is it Turo, Turo, where you can rent people's cars? Like, it sounds like they need to do an Airbnb version of that, like more something bigger that can be more on demand-ish, sort of, maybe. I don't know.
No, yeah. I saw this was interesting. So in Denmark, I was just over there. They had a service where you could rent vehicles much like Uber, but it was all over. It was like stickers all over the car.
Oh,
so it was like,
that's what I'm talking about.
Like
something that's
app drive me by the app, whatever it's called, whatever. And all you have to do is you get an app, pull up an app, and it shows you a map of all the active vehicles, and you just go to the active vehicle, you scan the door, you get in, and then you're driving.
How does it open the door though without the keys?
No, but that's the thing. There's a special lock mechanism into it that you tell now you're there. You scan the door, the app opens the door for you. You get in, you pay, and you when you're done, you just place it somewhere and you're done.
See, that's incredible. That's what they need at the airport instead of like you wait in that line, you sign your life away. I mean, that would be amazing. I would love that. Then you don't have to wait. You're like scan and you put your credit card in for. You're like, see ya, I'm out of here. And
they all look the same. So this was little like the smart cars, not the smart cars like that size, but a small like
a Civic size.
Smaller,
on a Civic,
the smaller,
the
even
smaller.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, tiny 4-doors, but
I mean, it gets you from point A to point B quickly.
Right? I know,
and not dicking around with the rental company.
And if you're at the car, you can get it.
Yeah,
it's there. It's available for you. You can just scan the door, you get in.
Were you a Seinfeld watcher? Oh, that was a good voice gurgle. Did you ever watch Seinfeld?
Yes, I did.
So there's an episode
about that.
where it was funny. It would be fun to listen back to that when I'm editing. There was
Hey, Gary, you're back. Welcome back. Sorry.
there is he's saying, "Well, you welcome back."
Oh, yeah, thank you.
There's an episode where Jerry rents a car and he goes there and like, "Sorry, we don't have it for you." He's like, "You know how to rent the car, you just don't know how to save the car," or something like that. But yeah, the rental car game has not been amplified much like the hotel game, like the Airbnb. So
Well, and I mean, interesting enough, you can say that neither did. That's why Uber did so well, because the
taxis didn't really up
hadn't
their
done
game,
anything, right?
Yeah, even up till before Uber came out, there was no app. You still had to call like a peasant, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll be there in 2 hours." Like, what?
Well, and then the whole thing about in most cities, you can't even legally hail a cab.
Only in New York, I think.
I know.
Yeah.
You can't, like,
Yeah.
no, there's no such thing.
I know. So you had to make a phone call, like in Grand Rapids, like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
we'll be there in 2.5 hours.
right." And like, I'm drunk and need to go to bed right now. I can't wait 2.5 hours. I might be dead. So anyway,
I'll be sleeping in the curve. Please
Yeah.
wake me up and throw me in the car.
yeah, this is what I'm wearing. I'll put a little like flag in my armpit that
I
kind of
might
waves.
be stinking.
Yeah. I might have vomit on my chest. All right. That was a long intro, but it was good to talk and good to have you back.
Good to be back, and I'm going out again this weekend.
Yes. I actually might go out this weekend too, because Walmart said if I don't take an order, they're going to deactivate me because I've been off the platform for so long. I've actually every month tried to log in, go online, and then get one order and then just reject it and then go offline. That's worked up until this point.
So I actually did get the inspection for Lyft as well, but I still have not successfully gotten back on.
They're still saying the whole ticket thing.
I got to do some more effort into doing it. But yeah, when I just went on back onto it, I'm still like, "There's a trouble with your account, please."
Have you
check your
chatted with
email.
them?
No, because
well, it said check your email. What did it say?
But there's nothing in my email. This is just like an old message from way back. So there's no email.
Oh, so they didn't re-email you, or you haven't reapplied?
Well, I have reapplied, but my account is still active, but I have no active cars.
Okay, so activate the car.
No, I can't, because they won't rerun my background check because there's a problem with my profile.
Well, why don't you chat with them? You just don't have the time, do you?
I haven't done it yet. I will.
Right.
I need to. Yes.
All right. Okay, so moving on. First article: DoorDash driver confronts a customer who got him fired for saying food wasn't delivered. Gonna play that video and then we can chat about it.
That's an interesting video.
Yes, it is. I kind of enjoyed it. It is 2 minutes, so we'll get through it.
Hang in there.
Hi, good. I delivered food here yesterday from Chipotle, and you put down that I didn't deliver it to you because I just got fired from my job. Yeah, it was you. This is my only source of income. I do this all day. Now I'm fired from my job because you want your $10 burrito?
No.
Are you out of your mind? Who does this? Who does that? You got me fired. Like, I need the corporate number or something, because I need to get your ass fired.
Okay, that's fine.
Does anyone have a corporate number? You have one?
I'll contact DoorDash.
Yeah. All right, you want to say that you got your food?
I'll contact them, but...
But what? Did you get your food or what?
How are you?
I even called my lawyer. He told me I can call the cops because it's theft. It's theft. Are you going to say you got your food or not? Or should I call the cops? Because you're stealing.
I'm not stealing.
Yeah, you are stealing.
I'm gonna need you to...
Yeah, who does that? Who fucking raised your ass? Who raised you? Seriously. Fucking piece of trash. That's what you are. Trash. Are you the manager?
Can I help you?
Yeah, I delivered food here yesterday from Chipotle on DoorDash. I DoorDash all day. That's my main source of income. That's all I do. And this girl, I delivered it to her, and then she went on DoorDash and put down that I didn't deliver it here. So then this morning I wake up to go DoorDash, and I'm fired because of her, because she said I didn't deliver it. I would never do that. I handed it right to her. That's the girl. Is there a corporate number I can call or something? Because you guys have thieves working
We give
here.
you a phone number here.
You have thieves working here.
Erica?
Okay. So
did you read this underneath? I say I actually read this one, and there was a comment there. There was a follow-up comment that he actually got his job back.
yeah, I was gonna say that, but then there's even a further comment down. It doesn't look good for him. It says, "Yeah, I felt pretty bad. I went to check out his YouTube channel. I clicked on the video posted just before the incident, and he had an anti-Semitic conversation in the comments with someone, so I don't feel bad anymore." I'm just reading the comments.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter about him. Yeah, he did get his job back. But anyways, the point of the video is to talk about that. And I gotta give it to him. He did great. He almost had her saying, yes, I did get it. And that was his goal, right? But then he started being shitty to her at the end, which I would have done right from the get-go.
But she immediately said, I will contact DoorDash.
I know, and that's why
that's her. Why would she say that if what she did wasn't what she was claiming?
She
wasn't
felt
right?
bad.
Oh,
she
absolutely.
felt bad, and she was like, but then he got a little saucy with her, and then I'm wondering.
Well, see, this is the thing that people forget, right? People forget that this happens too. They're not just cheating DoorDash,
Exactly.
right? This is the driver's job. This is their reputation with these
Right.
apps, right? And so, yeah, okay, so maybe you'll get your $10 burrito for free, but he just lost his job.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what she wasn't thinking about that, I'm sure. She was just saying, hey, I'm going to cheat DoorDash and get my free meal.
Yeah, and there's always these TikTok trends that
Right.
are going around that saying this is how you get your,
I know.
and no one thinks about the driver.
Yeah.
I'd be curious. I would want to reach out to him to see. I don't know who ES is, but that's true. Thank you for telling us. The battery. It's on. He's checked every side but the right one. He's still looking.
It's kind of weak.
It is. I don't even think it's on. Is it? Hit the. Oh no, it is on. Maybe the batteries are dead.
Like, not doing the best.
Anyways,
We are on air.
don't just
trust
ES.
it.
I don't know who you are. Don't distract us. Damn it. I was on a good rant. You're fired. No, I was kidding. Joe Collins says, yeah, everyone gets free food. I know no one thinks of the consequences for doing that because they're just like, oh, DoorDash is the big company.
I know.
Who cares?
Uber is the big company, right? I'm like, for a while there was the get in the car, right? And the moment they take off, cancel the ride. He has to take you to the end. No, he doesn't.
Yeah. I'd be interested if he submitted that video to DoorDash and that's how because she was guilty AF. You could see it in her
absolutely.
face, and she's
Yeah.
like, "Oh man, I can't believe this is happening."
So a commenter said, I want to know what happens to her.
That's a good point. I bet.
Because I mean, who? And here's the thing: she was a thief, right?
Yeah,
You
I
could-
mean, stealing.
yeah, absolutely. It's a thief.
Yeah,
So who want a thief working for you,
I know.
right? So this lady's probably taking money. There was a doctor's office. She's probably taking money.
No, don't imply that she's.
No. I'm not saying she's stealing
Oh,
money, but as
gotcha.
part of her job, she's probably taking payments, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Right. So would the employer, and again, I'm not making implications,
Yeah.
but would the employer have a person there think when it's that easy, quote unquote, that easy to just steal food?
Yeah,
What else is he gonna do?
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying she's gonna, right, at all.
If you look back at that video, there's a lady in the background. She's not even paying attention. She's listening, but she's like, "Oh man." But yeah, that was. I'm glad for that guy to do that. It takes guts to do that, but you could hear in his voice he was devastated that he lost his job.
Of course.
Now, mind you, what do we always say? That was
Yeah, I know. It's good.
that was
Lauren.
another one.
Have multiple buckets.
Exactly.
Right. So that's the thing. You have to make sure that you can't just put all your eggs in one basket, because what happens is all those eggs break. Then you have you have an empty basket. I guess that was a bad analogy, but that's okay. At least you have no income. So
It says ES says, I don't like that restaurants forget things in the order. Customer complains to the driver. Then he has to go back to the restaurant and get the missing food. But no, you don't have to do that.
No.
I wouldn't do that at all. I hope you're not doing that. You shouldn't be going back to the restaurant unless you get a notification to go back and you're
No.
getting paid for it. Because you're an independent contractor. You feel bad, and I'm not going to hate on somebody if you do that. That's great customer service.
good service.
But
and definitely you should be getting more tips.
Right. but you're losing your ass because they're not
Mhm.
going to tip because they're already fussy the second time. I mean, I don't think I would, but
Doo-doo.
doo-doo. Did I say doo-doo?
Something.
I-
Somebody said doo-doo. But anyways, no, absolutely. Don't go back.
I wouldn't.
No.
Yeah.
It's not your fault that they forgot the food.
Right.
It's their fault.
I see a ton of photos of people of the pictures of the chat with a customer. They're like, you forgot this. And I'm like, bro, I didn't forget anything. Now, mind you, I could have forgotten a drink. That is possible, unless it's McDonald's because it's sealed in the bag, which I love, by the way, that McDonald's just hands you the bags and even the sodas are in there and they're in this little, I'm like, these are going to tip over. Never tipped over. They're in this little contraption inside. It's beautiful. McDonald's has killed it
because
with
they
that.
are $1 billion company,
I
they
know.
have it down.
They have it down for some reason. They might be slow as hell after 9 p.m., but they got their delivery bags down.
I may have to test Michigan Street again, see if they're still slow as hell.
Do you even want to put yourself through that pain and suffering? Yeah, with all the labor issues going on, do you really want to do that?
Speaking of things that does it wrong, so we just recently got a Culver's up on
Yeah, right by Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, by us, right? I kid you not. Okay, 4 times in a row, the 3 of the times they got the order wrong.
Really?
One of the times they forgot a whole burger. Right? I got all the way home. It was missing my burger. I had to go all the way back, and then she didn't believe me, and she wouldn't give me a burger.
You're
And
kidding
so
me.
I had to talk to the manager, and then he finally gave me the damn burger, and I got home, my fries were cold. It's like, are you kidding me?
So even being new in the area, she argued with you on the burger.
I know.
So first of all, how does Chick-fil-A do it so damn good?
I don't know.
They're right every time. It's fast.
I was gonna say, it's fast food. How difficult is this? I mean,
I know, and they must pay their employees good because everyone's happy. I have never had a bad experience at Chick-fil-A. Never. Picking up food there, eating there. Everything's been great. I don't know what it is.
I actually had once where they missed something. But again, there was just
God
one.
dang it. Don't ruin my high.
It's okay. Chick-fil-A is good, though. I like Chick-fil-A. But yeah, Culver's 3 times out of 4, they got my order wrong.
Charlie says everything on Michigan Street is slow. Yeah, that's true. That's true. P says CFA Chick-fil-A is doing God's work. It must be God's work. I don't know what it is because there's never a there hasn't
But
been.
you know why he says that, right?
Why?
Because it's Chick-fil-A is owned by a religious.
Yeah, I know
chain.
they're Christian.
Yeah.
They're not open on Sunday, but
Well, yeah,
a Chick-fil-A has never failed ever. Not one of their restaurants. But
right.
this is where Mark and I agree. I think Chick-fil-A is overrated.
Oh, it is.
My kids love it. I'm like the Wendy's chicken the Wendy's number 10. I get it all the time. Asiago Ranch bacon chicken sandwich, the best fucking chicken sandwich on the market.
I think Wendy's is the best of all the fast food restaurants. I do. That's why I'll go. I'll go to Wendy's. Now, I will say that there is nobody who makes a better chocolate chip cookie than Chick-fil-A.
I've never had one. Is it nuts?
It is ridiculous.
Oh my
God. It's like this thick. Okay.
That's what she said.
No.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Sorry, Janet. She didn't comment. I was just saying. You got distracted. Are we done with the cookie?
Yeah.
Okay. Mark says they also give money to anti-LGBT. Yeah, I know. We're not going to talk about that. I hate that. We're going to ignore the fact that they do that because they're twats. But their fries are dope. Okay.
Yes.
We're
not talking politics.
No, we're not. Well, that's not really politics. That's like human rights. But anyways, we're not talking human rights. Tyler says I only accept fault and go back if it's something I should have easily got. 100%. If it's a drink or pizza or whatever, yeah, that's 100%. I would do the same thing if I forgot it.
Oh, absolutely.
If I forgot a soda.
It's your mistake.
Exactly.
You make it right.
All right. Let's go to the next article. Since we are, what are we in? We're 31 minutes in, and we're on the second article.
So I'm actually not sure that I agree with this story. Okay. But again, that's probably because we are in a local market, it's a different market. So that's probably why it's different. Anyways, this story goes that a flood of new drivers are joining Uber because everything is more expensive. The most obvious effect of inflation seems to be getting more drivers on the platform. Dara, whatever his last name
I could
is,
not pronounce that if I had $100,000.
Khosrowshahi. something. And basically, he says, as inflation rates hit 40-year highs, a surge of new drivers are joining Uber's platform in the hopes of earning extra cash. And so I'm not going to read any more of it. It's
No,
fine.
that's all you need.
But basically, I'm not sure I agree with that.
Really?
I mean, I've only been out twice, right? But all I hear in Grand Rapids here is that there's missing drivers.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
But again, there was lots of drivers out by the airport. So certainly many people there, but I didn't sit still much. So there was still lots of things to do. And I was out on Friday, on a Sunday, and on a Monday. So I haven't been out that much yet, of course.
Yeah.
And I'll experience it more. And I have to see. I'm gonna have to do a couple of bar nights just to kind of see how bad they are, if they're even bad at all. And I'm actually looking forward to 3 weekends from now. I'm gonna do the big 2 weekends from now. Sorry, the big thing in Belknap Park. Belknap. I can never say that.
Belknap Park. Is that Breakaway?
Yes. So Breakaway is coming. Yes, August 18, 19.
I wonder how Upheaval was. That was here again too. The Upheaval Festival.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wanted to go to that.
I didn't drive it, but obviously. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be driving Breakaway. So that's going to be busy. But again, it could be that it's just a smaller market. Now, I have heard that this was actually from Jamie, another OG. And she seemed to think that there's really only money in rideshare right now if you can do XL.
XL.
So the XL is where it happens. And so I was driving primarily XL, and I had lots of them.
Oh,
now obviously you can't get in the queue unless you have everything on, just like it always.
yeah.
So I got a lot of X rides, but again, it's fine, right? Because you still make $35, $25, $35 for a ride. I actually had an interesting ride too. A quick little story. I get an XL. I pull up to pick them up, and it's like 6 gentlemen and their gear. They've been out fishing, and all they needed to do was to go down the street, like not even a mile, okay, because their truck was down there. Because they often do that. They park in a parking lot down in one of them, businesses down the street.
Yeah.
And so that's all they needed to do. But I pull up and he goes and she goes, so will you take us? So yeah, I'm here. I
mean, you called me. Let's go.
The other guy that came out, he wouldn't put down his third row seats for this short ride. So they had another XL, but he hadn't allowed for the XL. He didn't want to take him. When she got there, he noticed that they had 6 people and all their gear. He said, no, I'm not putting down my third row for that. So he took off and canceled the ride.
What is going on?
so like, wait. I thought you could only have XL if you had 6 seats. And he goes, that's what I thought. Like, okay, well, I'll definitely take you. I don't care. It was one of those rides that I even had, priority back in the queue because it was that quick.
Oh, it was that.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
I literally made $18 in 5 minutes because they tipped me so well. So what do I care?
Well, you're probably glad that those guys did do that because you got.
It was a $7.75 search, the fare itself, and they tipped me $10.
I mean,
so I maybe even made $19. What do I? It's like it was 10 minutes max, right?
People are such babies like me. Oh my gosh!
Don't touch my radio. I'm sorry.
Jeff says he got deactivated from DoorDash, not renewing my checker background check, which I didn't know I needed to do. The checker emails went to my spam folder. Oh no, and expired. I was deactivated and had to file an appeal and won. Oh, good. Happy ending as I read that.
Jeff.
So John says Jason is super Caucasian equals chicken Asiago ranch chicken. It's not ranch. Oh, is it Asiago ranch? I don't know. I don't care if I'm super Caucasian. It's damn good. And Chick-fil-A is not super Caucasian. Like, come on, John. John was supposed to be in Grand Rapids.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm bummed about that. I'm actually super bummed about that. But he is going to try to get a flight out to Cleveland and drive up sometime. So he's got buddies in Cleveland. So that's why he was going to hit Cleveland and then drive to GR. So
okay.
I'm hoping.
It actually have been a pretty stormy day today. So.
Well, it is today, but yeah.
So anyways.
A couple of comments. Larry not used to the new time yet. Yeah, either is Jesper. Don't worry about it.
Well, I made one mistake.
Pete says gross breakaway was a hot mess when I was driving. Yeah, it all depends on the organization of those festivals. Right. We've had different festivals at the ballpark, and sometimes they're awesome, and sometimes it's like I'm not doing it. It's too confusing.
Last time we did Beer Fest was great. They knew how to get us in and out.
Yes.
but the time before it was a hot mess.
Yeah, there was something else before that too. It was terrible. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm not going back. I don't even care. I'm staying in the doing bar crowd.
But I gotta tell you though, that year when we drove it, I made so much money because they hit in and out. And
so when I know you don't want to do the bar crowd, but are you going to do festivals? Like, are you going to try this breakaway and get that adrenaline back?
oh, I'm definitely doing breakaway.
I love it. He's back,
So
baby.
I'm actually, it's interesting enough. So I'm doing Danish festival that weekend too.
Oh,
because I'm on the board right in Greenville. So I'm doing that. So I'm going to drive out. I'm going to try and figure out how to do both.
question
popped
into my head. Is there Uber out in Greenville?
Well, yes.
I wonder if you could make, not for you, but I wonder if people could drive out there and you could like help.
I don't know how big the market. I mean, how big the market would be.
They just drive drunk, probably, right? I know it's a joke.
I'm no comments.
Oh yeah, you are on the Danish festival. Please don't comment.
So, but no, again, we're looking forward to it. Should be a great festival, and anybody local who wants to have a great city fest, it is a city fest, right? But it's great, and they have a great beer tent.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
do have a great beer tent.
Any festival is great if it has beer,
right,
and food.
Well, and last year they actually brought in Danish beer, so I think they're going to do that again this year.
What's different about Danish beer, or just like the brands from Denmark?
They had Carlsberg, right? So Carlsberg is a light lager. It's pretty good actually.
Yeah,
I really like it.
Yeah, nothing like our beer here. Like we got sours.
Well, you can get a lager here. It's fine.
Yeah,
right?
Lager, but I mean, like they don't have the weird beers like we do here, right?
Oh, of course they do. They have tons of microbreweries.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. But the beers I grew up on, but there's two major breweries, which actually now today is owned by the same. So Carlsberg owns all of them. Did you know, by the way, that Carlsberg is the third largest brewery in the world?
No,
I know.
What's the first?
I don't know. Oh. But the second one is the one that owns Budweiser.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's the one. The first one is it's like a Chinese one. I forget what it is. But yeah, then Carlsberg is the third one. So
the second one must be Anheuser-Busch, because that's
that is what it is. Anheuser-Busch. They own Budweiser.
Yeah, they own pretty much everything.
So yeah, but then they own just a string of smaller breweries all over the world.
Okay.
So they're giant.
Did you know that Monster Energy owns Perrin Brewing?
I did know that.
That's so weird.
I did know that they bought Perrin Brewing.
So weird. All right, let's move on. This next one real quick is just kind of funny, and I'm wondering, there's a lot of delivery drivers in the chat tonight, so I'd wonder if this happened for you guys. But basically, this is it's a 2-picture thing, so it's my first Karen wanted me pick up a large phone order as well. So I was kind of confused. I'm like, okay, it's Uber Eats, says bottled water. And then the next thing, the note says, please pick up the food that comes with it. So she basically, I don't know, he didn't say where it was. So was it at like a gas station that has like a little restaurant in it? And she ordered a water and then asked him to grab the food on the way out?
That's so weird.
Isn't that... I don't know. I've never heard of anyone doing that, but I mean,
unless the restaurant wasn't on the platform, but then how is she going to get I don't know.
Because that's what I'm thinking. It's one of those where she picked up a bottle of water. Cause like, I'm trying to think of a place like, okay, a lot of Johnny's have Subways in them.
Sure.
So she would say, get a bottle of water from Johnny's, put a note in there. Hey, can you grab my food order at Subway? But I mean, what would be, like, is it because you don't have to tip much because you're only getting one bottle of water? Like, I guess what would be the advantage of...
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. I
would definitely decline it. Like, bye-bye.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I bet he declined it. But yeah, I don't understand the advantage of that. Why not just order your Subway? Is it because the bottle of water is $1.50 and you only have to tip, or you don't have to tip anything? So I don't know. I don't understand it, but I thought that was a little strange, so I'm wondering if anyone
Good luck getting somebody to pick up your water and food.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do it because I feel like there's some sort of scam going on, and I'm going to be the victim of it.
I know, right?
All right, moving on.
So this is an interesting video that we're about to see, and it's all about an interesting way of delivering DoorDash.
Yep, this is how I do it every time.
0 stars for customer service. A delivery driver caught on camera throwing an order of food into the street. Quid City News anchor Annie Satowski joins us here in the studio. Annie, the person who placed the order, I mean, what happened?
Yeah, all right. So, Alicia, not really a smooth delivery at all. Scarlett Castillo says that she ordered some burgers and a salad from 2 different restaurants on Tuesday, but she never got to eat them because her DoorDash driver literally chucked her food into the street. Here's a look at that video from her doorbell camera in North Charlotte. You can see a man and a woman in the white truck stop in front of the driveway, open the door, and toss 2 bags out of the car. You can see that in a minute here. The man can even be heard saying an expletive, shouting it at the street before he just drove off. The woman who ordered that food says that she has no idea why the drivers reacted that way. She contacted DoorDash and they did give her a full refund after seeing this video. So she's actually happy with the way that everything got sorted out. She was just really confused and taken aback. She says she will still order through DoorDash, but she's going to go ahead and pick up that food herself instead of having it delivered. A DoorDash spokesperson watched the video and told me that they do consider this behavior unacceptable, and it says it falls short of their high expectations. They then directed me to their deactivation policy, saying that drivers need to maintain a certain customer rating and completion rate in order to remain eligible. If they fall below a 4.2 rating or an 80% completion rate, that account gets deactivated. So 0 stars for that driver.
Yeah, absolutely. Crushed or pureed food delivered to your door. All right, Annie, thanks.
Happy chat.
So did you notice that when she drove it, the guy just tossed it?
Yes,
off, like,
and she said
she
it.
just kind of said, she's like, I don't think she was agreeing with what he did.
Well, you know, Gary says those guys were quitting. Okay, but why wouldn't you just take the food then?
I know.
I mean, if
Get free food.
maybe it was from like some damn vegan restaurant or something. I mean, yeah. Gary says, why order from DoorDash if you're going to pick it up? Order directly from the store. So that's funny, Gary. You brought that up. There's a pizza place here and ow, I just squished my balls. And I literally did. I crossed my legs underneath the table and it pinched him.
I just caught him.
Ow. Ow. Pull that back a little. There's a pizza place in town here. There's about Peppino's. You know Peppino's. There's about 6 of them, whatever.
Yep.
And they used to have online ordering through their website. And
Oh, so you're talking about there's probably restaurants that only have online ordering through DoorDash.
no. So let me finish. You interrupted me, you penis.
I know. No, that's your
Speaking of
penis.
it's balls. So yeah, so you could order online through the website. It was fine. I'm like, don't like to talk to people. Like, imagine I have couple podcasts and whatever, but I do like to talk to people. But when I order food, I like technology. Why do I have to talk to somebody? Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So they stopped doing it, but they did bring DoorDash back. So if you want to place an online order, you have to do it through DoorDash.
Okay.
And I did it one time and it was all messed up. It like they didn't get it. And I'm like, I'm out. But yeah, I short story long, why order from DoorDash if you're going to pick it up? Order directly from the store so you don't pay a fee. Because I don't want to talk to anybody.
Right.
I mean, it sounds stupid, but anyways.
So it's for restaurants who only allows for online ordering using DoorDash.
Yeah, you're basically using a third party to have a web face. Right. But I'm wondering if the price is on. I should look it up. Like what a price.
Oh, they're always more expensive.
Yeah, but see, that would be interesting. If I owned the restaurant and wanted to use you as a third party, just a processor, I wouldn't want you to up the prices of the pizza.
No, I know, right? And then I also I don't know how it is anymore, but it used to be that I used to own a couple people who own restaurants, and Uber Eats used to also want part of the food cost.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, so it's like, why would I use them?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
I mean, that's like taking part of my revenue right there.
A couple other questions. ES, which I don't know who that is. It's driving me nuts. I think it's somebody local. But then he goes, what's a good tip on a $100 order?
$20.
That's it. I mean, it's 20%. Would you be? I think I would be. See, that's the thing. It's so tipping in the food delivery industry is weird, right? Because I could get $100 of Outback steak, and it would be 2 meals. Nah, more than that. Let's say 4 meals.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's not that hard to deliver 4 meals. So why should you get $20 or $30 on a $100 order? I guess.
No, but that's fine. But in some cases, it works though, right? Because if you have a big table and you have 15 people, and this one server have to,
Yes.
just run her ass off.
It works in the restaurant.
Right.
In fact, on 100, it might be even more than I would
Correct.
leave more
You
than
should
20.
be more than 20%.
Right,
Yeah,
because
yes.
she is working, or he is working his ass off.
Yeah.
But when you're doing it like DoorDash, why do you? I mean, it's 4 bags. What's the difference between 4 bags or 2 bags? You need to get paid
True.
extra.
No, that's true.
I mean, I want the 20. Don't get me wrong. I'm not shitting on.
Right.
Like I want 30. I want 100. But
I think that brings up, so that's the other question too is, and this, my wife kind of, she tells me about this all the time. And let me ask you this question. If you order a pizza, right, through the DoorDash, we just specify you don't like to talk to people.
right.
If you order a pizza and you go pick up the pizza yourself, do you leave a tip?
No.
And neither do, I do probably most of the time, probably more often than I should.
Really?
Because I see that tip line and I feel bad if I don't put something on there, right? So
I crossed that motherfucker right out and write the total.
And honestly, and this is what my wife, she says the same. You shouldn't have to tip when they didn't do anything.
I mean, if any, like, think of all the industries. Do I tip my therapist? I'd more likely tip my therapist.
Do you tip your hairdresser?
My hairdresser. No, I'm
whatever. You're a barber.
So that's interesting. That brings up interesting out. So the lady that cuts my hair is a hairdresser. So thank you. It just caught me off guard. It's just weird that it sounded like that.
Sorry.
She owns the salon, and I tip her.
Yeah.
Right.
I tip my barber.
Yeah. And why? Well, that's.
Why is that different?
I know. Like my therapist. My therapist is doing way more work.
Tipping her.
My therapist is doing way more work than my barber.
A bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, I know. She needs to drink it.
It's like, I gotta listen to all your damn problems.
I know. Yeah, I don't know. It's the tipping thing is just so weird, and they don't have it in Denmark.
Well, so more and more they do now.
Oh,
so there's the tip line now. I don't fill it out much because they do make enough money, right? No, Mark, not that kind of tipper, not that kind of massage therapist,
not that kind of tip.
No, I can't go there. But so I tipped once in Denmark because you see that line, and I felt that lady had actually worked a lot for it.
And
but no, most of the time I don't.
Well, what about like if you go? I mean, you probably don't buy a lot of coffee out, but like if you go to Starbucks, do you tip there?
I generally do.
You do?
Yeah.
You're the problem.
Why?
Well,
I tip Uber.
Well,
I tip when I take a ride.
Yeah, because they didn't get you dead. This bitch is just making you a coffee and put a little creamer in it. Like, come on, you got to.
I don't tip her 20%. I give her a little bit.
Yeah,
I give her a tip.
Well, but because they're splitting that up with everybody anyway. So even though she provided you good service, she's splitting that with 4 other people in the back. I don't know. I'm not shitting you out for doing it. Actually, that's super nice that you do that, but it's just like, where are we going to draw the line? Literally?
I think I do it mostly because I feel compelled.
That's fair.
I don't necessarily see that she did, gave me good service. I see that stupid tip line, and it's like, I'm gonna feel bad if I don't.
Oh, so you compelled, meaning you feel pressured.
I feel obligated.
Obligated. That's a better word. Huh. That's interesting that you do.
Yeah.
Not me. I don't lose. I don't lose any sleep over it. All right, Jesper.
Moving on.
We got our sponsor. Jesper's going to start doing sponsors. Oh, by the way, we don't have any sponsors right now. So if you would love to,
I need to talk about our Patreon account.
Yes, tell us about it.
Talk about our Patreon account. We would love for you guys to support us more, right? We need more people to help us. It costs money to run this show, unfortunately, not a ton, but a little bit. So we do need help to cover some of those costs. The biggest cost there is in obviously streaming.
Paying me.
Oh
wait, that's
paid.
free.
You don't get paid. What are you talking about? No, it's all the money that it actually costs to put it out on the podcasting platforms and do the streaming and all that stuff, and we obviously has equipment costs and stuff. We actually need to be upgrading our computer soon.
And it's not just about a cost. It's about you love us. We give you all this free content.
Right.
So
absolutely
support us.
It's because you appreciate the things that we give you, and you think that it's valuable. So we like it when people support us. Now, we're not going to love you less if you don't support us.
Of course, like Chris. Sorry about that.
We're not gonna love you any less if you don't support us, but we're gonna love you just a little bit more if you do. So I don't.
I mean,
didn't
that
make
makes sense. I
So
mean,
anyway, so go to patreon.com/the Geek Econ Podcast. Patreon.com/the Geek Econ Podcast. Or you can just go to Patreon and search for us. We'll come up that way as well. And again, as Jason always says, there's a couple different levels. There's a $5 level and there's a $10 level. You don't have to do at those levels. You can put in any amount you want. But if you give us at least a $10 level, you get some merch after a couple of months.
after the third month,
And you get we get mention you on the show all the time, and we just love it.
We'll love you so much, Omar. We didn't even
Absolutely.
remember him from the picnic. That's how much we love you. And then, of course, if you're listening to the show and have a business, we'd love for you to sponsor the show. Want to grow? We'd love to highlight your business on the show. Reach out at gigeconomy-podcast.com, or just find us any other way.
Yep.
We'd love for you to highlight your business or brand on our show.
And Pete, I did just put an AMD in my computer, so you're safe.
Oh boy, here we go. Oh yeah, Intel's for the poor.
No, it's not.
I'm just kidding. Okay.
Did I do okay? Was it okay?
You did a good job. You did a really good job. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Now I have another thing. Now I got to talk about this.
Oh, this is sad.
I know it is. So again, we'll show the video.
No, there's no video.
Oh, I thought you did. You didn't download the video? Okay. So anyways,
I don't know. Is there one? I just thought it was an article.
There was a video, but that's okay.
Well, we don't need a video.
There's an intro from Fox. Anyways, it's a
'em.
story from Fox. So I posted this story early on this month, and guys, I guess my comment is there's never a situation where I would throw out a driver of my car.
Yeah, why don't you tell the story first?
So the story is that in Maryland, a Maryland man was killed after Lyft driver ends the ride on a highway. Okay, he doesn't even pull over. He stops the car in the outer lane, and he says, "Get out." And so the guy who was killed, who was hit by another car, and 5 of his friends got out on the highway in the middle of the night, and he got hit by a car.
Yeah.
Okay. Maryland man killed in a crash after being kicked out of a Lyft driver over the weekend has been identified by the police as such and such. He was previously a senior police advisor for former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, and he lived in Gaithersburg in Maryland with his wife and his two children. So apparently, him and his friends was out partying one night. They came in. There was a dispute with the Lyft driver, and the Lyft driver says, "Get out."
Yeah.
Right? Who does that?
I mean, I would do that, but I would never do it on a highway unless my life was being threatened.
Well, yes. Okay, that might be different.
That's the only reason I would pull over.
But if you need to get him off, at least get them somewhere safe.
100%. He did the wrong thing. He shouldn't have done that.
Again, I am not negating that people do stupid shit, particularly if they're drunk. They may have deserved it, okay, but never on the highway in the middle of the night.
No, he made a terrible mistake, and especially it's so dangerous on the highway. And then if you're a little inebriated, like you just don't make as good of decisions. And I feel bad for the guy.
Police says the Lyft driver stopped in the middle of the southbound left lane, demanded the group exit the vehicle. A Toyota Corolla, also traveling southbound, moved lanes to avoid hitting the stop Lyft, but the driver did not see Wolf standing in the roadway.
Yeah.
So he pulled out, so he didn't hit the car, but hit Wolf.
Hit the person, yeah. It's funny, I as you were reading that he was previously a policy advisor for Andrew Cuomo, I was looking at donations, and I was like, oh, the top donation. It wasn't him. I saw his name in $500, and then I was like, and then you said his name. I was like, oh, that really was him that donated $500.
Yeah.
But
so, I mean, again, so they do have a GoFundMe campaign. I saw that it's at $96,000 right now. Yeah. Of a goal of 150. And again, I don't know the story. We don't know what happened.
Well, we know what happened.
No, I know, but we don't know what caused the driver to drop
kick him out.
Please, guys, please, I cannot enough,
You have somewhat of an obligation.
Yes, you do. You take on the obligation of getting them somewhere safe.
Yes.
Okay. and keeping them safe. And unless somebody has a gun for your head or
Yeah.
whatever it is, no. If you need to drop them off your car, make sure you do it in a safe spot.
You do have an obligation regardless. Again, unless your life is being threatened, then that's totally different than yeah.
Then I would pull over and I would leave the car.
Yeah, that's true. I would be leaving the car. That's a good point.
It's like, it's just everything about that story was just wrong.
Yeah.
No, and Pete, you said you've kicked people out of your car. Absolutely, you have, but not somewhere not safe.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't do that.
Okay, we're gonna fly through a couple of these. These aren't huge things, but Uber delivery gains place platform squarely in Amazon's last mile crosshairs. Basically, this is just about that Amazon announced Monday that it now has same-day delivery in 10 U.S. cities for Prime members. Says then with Uber's Prime members, with Uber's chief financial officer, blah, 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 detailing Tuesday during the company's second quarter earning conference that Uber had seen a real uptick on the delivery side and the cost per transaction is improving. The stage could be set for last mile title match, which makes sense. I mean, I don't know how they're going to be able to do it in last mile when it comes to package delivery if it's coming from Amazon.
Right.
They could do a last mile from Best Buy. They could do it,
Sure.
Like they're kind of doing now, or I almost said Radio Shack. Like,
I
think there's like one left. But I mean, I don't understand how they're going to compete with Amazon packages, I guess.
No.
Can you imagine if they start subbing it? I mean, they already have Amazon Flex. Can you imagine if the Amazon starts subbing Uber drivers to deliver like one for? I mean, I guess it could be. It might be beneficial for them if like a truck comes in late and they can send like 3 packages. I don't know. I'm just speculating, but
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, it says Uber earnings results show that gross bookings are up 33% for the year overall. Drill down a bit in the company disclosure its filings that the delivery segment saw a 12% growth in gross bookings to 13.9 billion. I can't even fathom that. Which in turn powered 43% gain in its revenue from that unit to 2.7 billion. So Uber freight grew 1.8 billion, up from 38 million last year. So Uber is just moving and shaking. And didn't they say, I don't know if we'll get to it, but didn't they have their first profitable month?
They did. Yep. So and we probably won't get to that story.
Well, we can just jump into it.
So that's okay. Where is it?
It's
so
11.
it's yours, so you can take it.
Well, I didn't read it because I didn't think we'd get that far.
So basically, I didn't read it either, but that's okay.
Uber reported 382 million in free cash flow for the first time, an indication that rideshare company's hardcore effort to rein in costs is starting to pay off, like not pay the drivers. Uber is still burning a lot of money, but mostly in the realm of its investments in other startups. The company reported a record revenue of 8.1 billion in the second quarter, 105% spike compared to the quarter last year. Of course, it was pandemic last year,
right?
So that does
probably not that difficult to spike.
Yeah, that's true. But 105, I mean, it doubled plus some, or no, yeah, doubled plus some.
So it said it lost 2.6 billion, mostly attributable to the equity stake in Aurora, Grab, and Zomato, which I have no idea what that is.
I don't either.
So,
but that's cool.
India's delivery startup.
Okay, yeah. I wonder if they would have stayed away from India and overseas and just focus on America, if they would have done better than losing money.
There is a big thing about in any business, right? It's just don't try to do too many things.
And they have. They've done stuff, and I mean, look at the self-driving. They've quit that. I mean, it's like they throw shit at the wall to see what sticks.
Focus at your core services, right?
Yeah.
And then hopefully, and I mean, we know this is not going to happen, but I can still say it because I'm dreaming, right? Hopefully, they're actually going to start treating the drivers right again.
I don't think so. I mean, he even said in his, I don't think so. I think he even said that somewhere in an article, maybe, I don't know where I read it, but he was like, I think it was, the rideshare guy interviewed Dara. Okay. And I think he said it on there, like something about we haven't had to increase incentives. I don't know, something like that. Basically, it's shit on the drive. Like we haven't, we something like that.
Well, the problem is still, but it's always been, is there's enough drivers willing to take this shitty rides.
See, we definitely need to go back to what we talked about oversaturation, because I actually think that's a good point. With the way the inflation is, people are like, shit, I need to make some extra money. Maybe not just inflation, but the everyone says they're super affected by inflation, but honestly, I haven't really noticed it, and I'm not bragging, but I mean, I think I'm comfortable with.
Do you know where I notice it the most?
Where?
So I do all the shopping.
Okay. My wife does, so maybe
my grocery, my weekly groceries, right? That's just the standard stuff I always get. Right?
Yeah.
Used to be $100 at Aldi.
Yeah.
Now it's $150, and I don't have more.
Really, that much?
Mm-hmm.
So that is significant then. If think about it, you go grocery shop once a week, that's $200 extra a month.
Yeah.
Damn, maybe I do need to pay attention more.
That's over a couple of years, right? But yeah, it used to be about, I mean, on average, I used to average about $100 when I left Aldi. Now it's about $150.
Damn.
Yeah.
But anyways, I guess my point is like, I have been not feeling a ton of the inflation, but I feel like the media has been hyping it up. So I think people more are likely to be like, I need to go Uber drive because anyways, I just wonder if any other markets have that issue of, hey, we're oversaturated here because everyone and their mother is driving.
I mean, again, I'll see. I've only been out once or twice, right? So I don't know. But again,
it's more than I've been out.
Well, and I think what I liked is that so far on my 2 nights, my tips kind of sort of almost covered my gas.
That's perfect. Yeah. Well, speaking of tips, this lady said, why would you do this? I took $20 off customer's porch because I thought it was for me as a tip. I leave, and then she sends a text demanding I bring it back, and it was for her neighbor. What was confusing is she said that she had a $10 tip for me before I arrived, so I thought the money was for me.
Right, but it was a $20.
Right. So why didn't you just take the 2? I mean, maybe she thought the lady was being extra generous. I probably would have done the same thing.
Right.
I would have like, oh, damn, they tipped me 20 instead of 10. That's dope. And I probably would have taken it too. But if you look at it logically, you should have said, well, you should only took the 2 5s because she said it was $10.
Well, but yes, but they definitely, the person receiving it also made a mistake. Because it wasn't clear. No, it wasn't. No. The person receiving the food, leaving the tip, made a mistake because it wasn't clear.
Yeah, exactly. Well, she said she had left 10. She indicated by writing, I've left 10, but left money out for someone else too, and that's where it got confusing.
But then put an envelope with $10 for the DoorDash driver, and an envelope with somebody else. Make it clear.
I would say the customer messed up more than the driver.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably would have took the whole amount too, because I would have been like, oh, maybe they just feeling extra generous. I'm not gonna like knock on the door and say, is this all for me, like a fucking peasant? You know what I mean?
Correct.
I'm just gonna like go for it. So anyways. That one was yours, wasn't it? Oh well.
It's good. We're kind of messing up right now.
Lyft rider threatens her driver. Okay, this one's kind of funny. It's a video. Basically, Lyft rider threatens her driver, and she's done with it. And it's nothing super exciting, but it definitely is funny.
You can't turn it up. No, I'm not turning it up. Why? Because I said so. You're so fucking lame. Like, you're dead ass little lame ass motherfucker. Okay. You can't fucking turn it up. You can't turn it up. You can't turn it up. That's perfectly fine. You're annoying as fuck. I'm gonna rate you 0 stars. No. I'm fucking kidding. I'll pay you $30. Nope. You done said it. I'll literally pay you $30. You can walk the last 0.4 miles. I'm done. I put up with enough for you. Now, hop out of my car. I'll pay you $30. We are done. Wow. You.
I wish I would have had more than that.
But did you notice, nobody heard this, but did you notice that she got her somewhere safe? She pulled in to a safe spot and get out of my fucking car.
Yeah. First of all, it must have been like that girl's shit face in the middle of the day. Like maybe it could have been a festival. Who knows? Beer
drinking.
fest.
Yeah. I know, right?
But it's always funny when I see people shit faced during the day drive around.
But again, I think that's the other side of it, right? It's like, don't disrespect the driver.
Yeah.
I mean, no, there's no reason to talk like that ever.
Yeah. Gary said, turn up what, AC or radio? Probably the radio. And Gary said, yeah, she was totaled. I never heard anyone say that. You're totaled.
Yeah, no.
I've heard you're wasted, you're shit-faced, but not totaled.
Yeah,
I need to use that more. You are totaled, bro. You are
get
totaled.
Get out of my car.
But it was funny. Her face when she said you're getting out, she immediately stopped laughing and she was like immediately sobered up. Oh, we're not having fun anymore.
No, you can walk the rest of the 24 miles yourself.
Was it 24 miles?
She said that you can walk the 20.
I thought it was like 2/10 of a mile.
No, she said you can walk the next 20. You can 24 miles.
I'm not going
yourself.
to play it again.
But anyways, again, however long it was, again, don't disrespect. But I give credit to the driver. She got her somewhere safe, and that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, that is the right thing to do. I think we should end there. But it was interesting to see her do that, and I wish there was more video around it and everything. So Gary said, I thought she said 0.4.
Oh, point. I thought you said 24. Anyways, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Either way, I'm kicking her out. And
absolutely.
And he put her in a safe, and then she put her in a safe place. So, all right, guys. Well, we're gonna end it
the
there.
last one is boring, anyways. Talk about some VIA service that's boring. Right?
Yeah, it's stupid. I want to thank everyone that
Mike heard 24 too, so I think he's right.
Oh, damn it. Whatever. I'm going to replay it as soon as the show's done. I want to thank Pete and Mark as usual. I appreciate you guys coming every week to enjoy the show. Omar, sorry I didn't recognize you. I love you. Thank you for supporting the show. Janet, of course. Tom, of course. Gary, thank you so much. ES, he never identified himself. I think it's a spam account.
I don't know.
I think he's local, though. I so think he's local somewhere. I don't know who that is, but anyway.
I don't know. Thanks for listening. And
of course, Tyler, thank you so much. Charlie, thanks for tuning in. I think Charlie's local to Grand Rapids. I appreciate you. And who else? Larry, my boy, gonna see him in 2 weeks. Can't wait. Jeff, I'm glad you're back on DoorDash. I appreciate it. Of course, John McCallion. Go check out his YouTube channel. Steve chimed in for a little bit, and I think that's it.
So one last thing I want to mention.
Yes, sir.
So if you happen to see me at the airport, it's pretty easy to see me. My Uber sign is on.
Yeah.
My name is underneath the Uber, so you can see me. Come up.
Do you want to identify what kind of car you drive or not?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't care. It's a gray Town and Country. It may be missing a few paint specks on the front bumper. So you can easily
identify Jesper's van from the front bumper.
Come up, say hi. I mean, absolutely.
All right,
it's always fun, and I love talking to other drivers. Absolutely. So
yeah, awesome. Thanks for saying
Thanks so much, guys.
Appreciate it. Have a good night.